Keep playing hard.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, check. Hey, stand off. Go. Get it.
On 1st down, Locke. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag. Defense.
A quick throw going to be caught by Hamilton. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Got it. 50 seconds. Recon, 132 fighter.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Locke. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Raiders 0. Brandon McManus, the kickoff coordinator.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Right down.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Carr to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
734. 47 is the mic. Purdue. Is the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, wahoo.
To throw, it's Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
down. 180. 637. 47 a month.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
We're good. You ready? Kill. Right Monday, down. Express. Your mind.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Barber. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Throwing now is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And now running right through him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Go.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. On the move to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
It's now 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Locke. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Go, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready, break. 53's Mike. Check. Hey, Delta. Here we go, again. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, watch. Look. Squeeze. Switch. Head up.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It's fielded at the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Hey, Bill. 734.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
29.
Carr going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Down. Wide at 8. 1. Raider 1. Hey, let's go. Come. Hey, man. Watch the boot. White. Switch. Check the backer, check the backer.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Down. Wide 85. Slide down. Check 26. Check 26.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
That's 93. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Watch the safety creep. Hey, exit. Mike. Get down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Shit. Yep. 53 is a Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, orbit. On the ball. Get it.
Lock now on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch the pass. Topper.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Richard. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Carr gives to Richard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, wait.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check safety.
They run it with Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Carr now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. 2 minutes to play in this 1st half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Carr completes it, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
6-6, pull it high.
On 3rd down, Richard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Carr. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
What now? 180. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Check. You're mine. He's coming. Double up.
On 3rd down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On first down, it's Rice. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 20. Six-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now is Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hey, 734. Hey, Alpha.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL. That's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Lock going to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Now.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Set. 18 Gator. High 7. 5.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. Dancing to his left. And Tate's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Break. 53 on the line. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, let's go. Ready?
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First down, Broncos.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing on first down is Locke. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Tim Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Locke to throw on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Guys, shoot.
From the gun on third down, Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. On first down, Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Ready up. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Woo-hoo. Look at me. Zipper. Mike, 53. 53.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And good pressure defensively to him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it.
That's it, baby.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Now. Come on, let's go. 57. Mike, 57.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready. 57 Mike. No game on this defense. Hard. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Derek Wolfe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Check 99. Check 99. Twist on Travis. Wide. Get wide. Raider 9. Check.
From the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Barber. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
51, Mike. 29. Check tight, check tight.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike. Time to go. Express.
Buzz.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go. Down to lose one.
From the gun, Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Carr going to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Ready?
They look to throw. It's Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
57.
Hey, 2.
57. Mike. Coming. Mike's 57.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Down. You 188. Mike 47. Express. Cut. 47 to Mike, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Drops this off to Richard. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
You're mine.
On 1st down, Carr. Got his man, it's Williams. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 more yards. That's another Raiders 1st down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
180. Mike, 27. Quit talking about it. One. Shift. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Coming to you. Whip. Watch. White.
Carr to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Monday, down. 180. Well, Jumbo. Watch safety creep. Express. Safety's creeping.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
22 jet bomber.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So we got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let's go one more.
80 weapons.
53, Mike.
Hey, Steve 6.
53 for Mike. 53.
Back to throw. Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Raiders, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Broncos,